Hello students, so we are going to conduct an experiment today of class 9 science chemistry everyone. So to distinguish a mixture and a compound by taking the components that we are taking, iron filings and sulfur powder everyone. So let's prepare a mixture of both of these two. Let's take some of the sulfur powder into a watch glass and iron filings into it, and let's get a mixture. So we have prepared the mixture of sulfur powder and iron filings. Okay. So some of the mixture everyone, let's put in a china dish. So here is a china dish everyone. So I am going to heat some of these mixtures to get a compound everyone. Okay, so this one I'm going to heat it, this mixture I'm going to heat. Okay, so I have lit a spirit lamp everyone, as you can see, and I'm going to place this mixture of iron filings and sulfur powder on a tripod stand and allow it to heat for some time, and we'll heat it strongly everyone. So you could see over here the sulfur powder is melting, and we will stir it. So let's wait for some time. You could see a brown like substance is getting produced. As you could see everyone, we are getting a brown mass. You could see over here a brownish black mass we are getting. So this is the compound forming. That means the iron and the sulfur powder are reacting with each other, forming FeS, iron sulfide. The compound which is forming is the iron sulfide. So now everyone, you could see our black mass compound is ready everyone, and this one is our mixture. Okay, that we have kept earlier, mixture of sulfur and your iron filings, and this one is the compound which is formed after heating the mixture of iron filings and sulfur powder. We got a black mass everyone, you could see over here. Now let's see what will be the action of a magnet everyone with that of a mixture and a compound. Okay, so let's see. So in a mixture, let's see first. So you could see everyone, in a mixture iron is present, so iron doesn't lose its property. Okay, while in a mixture it doesn't lose its property, so iron is attracted towards a magnet everyone. So now let's see what happens with that of the compound. Okay, so you couldn't see any of the iron filings getting attached to it. Could you see? Not a single, just one of them, but not like this one. Okay, because in a compound the iron loses its property. Okay, so in a compound the components loses their property. You couldn't see any sulfur over here, so the compound which is formed is the iron sulfide everyone. So in iron sulfide the iron loses its property, but in a mixture iron retains its property. Okay, so components in a mixture retains their property, whereas in a mixture, in a compound everyone, the components, they loses their property. A new substance is formed, a new properties are produced. Okay, so no any iron is being attracted towards the magnet, but here in this case in mixture all the iron filings are being attracted from the mixture. So I hope you understood everyone a difference between the mixture and compound. Now let's see everyone about the homogeneity of this mixture and the compound, the compound and the mixture. So you could see here everyone, so this is a heterogeneous, this is not at all homogeneous. Okay, so this is heterogeneous in nature. All the components are not distributed uniformly throughout the mixture. But here in this case everyone, you couldn't find out the sulfur particles over here. This became a compound everyone. So here all the particles, iron as well as the sulfur, are uniformly distributed throughout the compound everyone. So this one is homogeneous in nature and this one, the mixture components, are heterogeneous in nature. So now let's see what will be the action of carbon disulfide on a compound and a mixture everyone. So this one is the carbon disulfide everyone, and this is a solvent everyone, as you could see, carbon disulfide, and I have taken some drops of carbon disulfide in 2 test tubes everyone. I'm putting here. So now I'll add the mixture in 1 test tube containing carbon disulfide. So in 1, let's okay, and mix it well. You could see the yellowish color of the solution. That is due to the color of the sulfur everyone. So sulfur is retaining its property in carbon disulfide solution. It is showing its own color in the carbon disulfide. Okay. So you could see that yellowish color everyone. Okay. So sulfur retains its property in the carbon disulfide solvent. It's yellowish color. It's still there in the test tube. You can see over here, light yellow color. So now let's see how the compound reacts with the carbon disulfide solvent everyone. Let's put it some of these. As you could see, you couldn't see any sulfur over there or color of the sulfur in this. So compare both of these. This one has sulfur and it shows its color, it's light yellowish color in the carbon disulfide. But here there is no sulfur. Sulfur is not showing its property in the carbon disulfide. It is because it loses its property. In a compound, the sulfur loses its property, so it doesn't show its property in the carbon disulfide solvent. Whereas in case of the mixture, the sulfur shows its property in carbon disulfide solvent everyone. Okay. So we have seen everyone the action of magnet, how towards the magnet both the mixture and the compound acts, then with the carbon disulfide as well. In both the cases we have seen that the components of a mixture retains their property, whereas the components of a compound, they loses their property when the compound is being formed. A new property will be shown, a new compound is formed. No more properties of components are, you can see over here. Those are not noticed in a compound. Okay, and in case of the homogeneity, as you can see, the compounds are homogeneous in nature and the mixture is heterogeneous in nature. So we have seen these 3 properties of your mixture and compounds. Thank you everyone. I hope all of you have understood this experiment.